I'm Arjuna. Today we are going to talk about if clauses or conditional sentences. Three types of conditional sentences are there. Three types of conditional clauses or if clauses are there. Each sentence has two parts. Each conditional sentence has two parts. Each part, each sentence contains a different pair of tenses. Each conditional sentence contains a different pair of tenses. Let's illustrate each type of conditional sentence or each type of conditional clause. First type, look at the example. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. This is the example. In this conditional sentence, there are two parts. If you study hard is the one part, you will pass is the other. Each part is a clause. Each part is a clause. The clause which begins with the conjunction if is called the if clause. The clause which begins with the conjunction if is called the if clause. The other one is the main clause. This is the if clause. This is the main clause. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. What do you understand by this sentence? Here, the if clause shows condition. The main clause shows the result. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. The if clause shows the condition. The main clause shows the result. If the result has to take place, the condition must happen. What is the condition? If you study hard, you will pass the examination. When will you pass the examination? When you study hard. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. The result depends on the condition. If the condition is fulfilled, the result will happen. So, the meaning of this sentence is if you study hard, you will pass. Here, will pass shows the future time. Here, will pass indicates future time. It means it will definitely happen in the future when this condition is fulfilled. What is the condition? Studying hard. If he studies hard, he will definitely pass. So this sentence expresses an open condition, a real situation, a probable condition. What is an open condition? The condition is very clear. If you study hard, you will pass. You will pass. So here will indicates future time. So the result definitely takes place in the future if you study hard. So this type of condition shows expresses an open condition. If he studies hard, he will definitely pass the examination. So will pass future tense indicates it is a likely condition. It is a probable condition. It is a possible condition. It is a real situation. It will definitely take place in the future if the condition is fulfilled. If the result has to take place, the condition must happen. What is the condition? Studying hard. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. So it is in your hands whether the condition will be fulfilled or not. So this type of conditional sentences express a probable condition, a real situations, an open condition. The structure of this sentence is generally the simple present tense is used in the if clause. Here, if you study hard, in the sentence, study is the verb. This verb is in the simple present tense. Present simple. It means present simple means V1 plus S or S. Generally, simple present tense is used in the if clause in the type 1 and simple future is used in the main clause. Simple future means will or shall, but generally will, simple future plus plain infinitive. Plain infinitive means the base form of the verb will plus V1. In the main clause, simple future tense is used. The simple future tense is will plus V1. Generally, will is used. Can is also used in the main clause, but generally will plus plain infinitive. Plain infinitive means V1. Will plus V1 is used in the main clause. So this type of condition expresses an open condition, a real situation, a probable situation. It refers to future time. The result will definitely take place in the future when the condition must happen. The result depends on this condition. What is the condition? Studying hard. If you study hard, you will pass the examination. So here will pass shows it is possible to happen in the future. It expresses possibility. or probability. This is the type 1. Another example, in this type 1, if you ask me, I will help you. If you ask me, I will help you. When will I help you? When you ask me. If you ask me, I will definitely help you. So the result depends on the condition. What is the condition? You come and ask me, then I will definitely help you. Unless you ask me, I won't help you. If you ask me, I will definitely help you. So it also indicates future time. It also indicates an open condition, a real situation, a probable situation. I will definitely help you if you ask me. So here will help future tense. Ask is the simple present. So will plus V1 in the main class. Simple present tense is used in the if class. Simple present tense means verb plus V1 plus S or ES. So this type of condition will definitely happen. It is possible. It is a likely condition. There is a chance to take place this condition. Let's move on to the second one. Second type of condition. Example, if you study hard, you would pass the examination. If you studied hard, you would pass the examination. Here, this sentence expresses a doubtful situation. It expresses an imaginary situation, an unreal situation, a hypothetical situation. Second type of conditional sentence expresses a doubtful condition, an imaginary situation, an unreal situation, or a hypothetical situation. What does it mean? If you studied hard, you would pass. If you observe the tense of the each verb, here if you studied hard, here studied is in the past simple. It means V2, the second form of the verb. The simple past tense is used in the if class. Conditional future. Conditional future is used in the main class. Conditional future means would plus plain infinitive. Would plus plain infinitive. Plain infinitive means the base form of the verb, the V1. Would plus V1 is used in the main class. What does the second type of conditional sentence tell? What does it express? If you studied hard, you would pass. Though the verb in each class expresses, though the verb in each class is in the past tense, but it refers to the present or future time. Though the verbs are in the past, but they refer to the present or future time. If you studied hard, you would pass. It means you would study hard, you would pass. It shows an unreal condition. It shows a doubtful condition. It means that person, we don't think that he will definitely study hard. We are doubtful. We don't think that that person will study hard. It is a doubtful condition. Though the verbs are in the past tense, but the meaning is present or future. But it is purely doubtful, or it is an unreal condition. If you studied hard, you would pass. But we don't think that he will study hard, because he generally doesn't study hard. So it expresses an unreal condition or a doubtful condition. The second example, the tense of the each class, the structure of each class. Generally, simple past tense is used in the if class. Conditional past. Conditional past means would plus V1 is used in the main class. Could is also used in the main class. Would or could plus V1. This is called would plus V1 is called conditional past. Another example, if you asked me, I would help you. If you asked me, I would help you. But I don't think that he will come and ask me for help. It is doubtful. It is not real. We use this type of condition when we talk about doubtful situations, unreal situations. If you compare this sentence with the first type of condition, if you ask me, I will help you. Here, will help indicates future time, but here the verb is in the past tense. Would is the past tense of will. Here, asked is the second form of V1 ask. Though the verbs are in the past tense, but they refer to the present or future time. But they are doubtful. They express the condition expresses a doubtful situation, an unreal situation. Generally, this type of the second type of condition is used for imaginary situations, imaginary conditions. For example, if I were a bird, I would fly home. If I were a bird, I would fly home. Past tense, would fly. Past conditional tense. If I were a bird, I would fly home. It is not possible for me or for anyone to become a bird. If I were a bird, I would fly home. It is not possible for me to become a bird, to change into a bird. So it is purely imaginary. I am not talking about real situations. I am talking about imaginary situations, which is purely imaginary. I just imagine that I were a bird. So if I were a bird, I would fly home. If I were someone else, if I were in someone's place, if I were Kohli, I would bat better than him. But it is not possible for me to become Kohli, to become a bird. If I were Prime Minister of India, it is not possible for me to become Prime Minister of India. I just imagine the situations. They are just imaginary situations. Generally, the second type of conditional sentence is used for imaginary situations, for unreal situations, for hypothetical situations. Hypothetical means which are not real. They are unreal. If I were a bird, I would fly home. Generally, were is used with the pronoun I and you in imaginary conditions. If I were, not I was. If you were, you would. If you were someone else, what would you do? What would you do? If I were, I would. If you were, you would. Would plus V1. And here could is also used in the main class. But generally would plus V1 is used in the main class. The second type of condition is used mainly for imaginary situations. Here, if I were a bird is the if clause. Here, the if clause expresses a condition, an imaginary condition. What is the imaginary condition? If I were a bird, it is highly impossible to become a bird. So, the if clause expresses a condition. The result is I would fly home. The result doesn't take place because the condition is not fulfilled. Unless the condition is fulfilled, the result doesn't take place. The result of the main clause depends on the condition of the if clause. So the condition is not fulfilled. It is purely imaginary condition. If I were, if you were, if you were in someone's place, if I were someone else, if I had wings, I would fly like a bird. So such type of sentences are used in the second type of condition. So the second type of conditional sentence is used purely for imaginary situations which are not real. If I were, if you were, if I had, like that. The third one, the third type of conditional sentence. Examine the following sentence. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. Here, if you studied hard is the if class, you would have passed the examination is the main class. Here, the verb had studied is in the past perfect tense. Would have passed is in the perfect conditional tense. Perfect conditional tense. Past perfect means had plus V3. The verb in the if class is in the past perfect tense. The verb in the main class is in the perfect conditional tense. Perfect conditional tense means would, could, should, or might plus have plus V3. Have plus V3 is also called perfect infinitive. V3 past participle. Would plus have plus V3 is used in the main class. Now, what does the third type of conditional sentence express? The third type of conditional sentence expresses unfulfilled actions, unfulfilled conditions, unfulfilled conditions. Look at the example. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. In the both clauses, the tenses are in the past. Had plus V3, past perfect tense, perfect conditional tense. Both tenses are in the past. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. If you had studied hard, what do you understand by this sentence? If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. It means he did not study hard, he failed. The exams were over, the results were out, he failed in his examination. Because he did not study hard, so he failed in his examination. Both actions happened in the past. The past is gone. We can't bring it back. Both actions were in the past. So, the condition did not take place, the result did not happen. What is the condition? If you had studied hard. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. But you did not study hard, you failed in your examination. So, both actions refer to past. They did not happen. So, both actions are unfulfilled. The condition, if you had studied hard, the condition happened in the past. It did not happen. The condition was not fulfilled. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. But you did not study hard, he did not pass. So, both actions are unfulfilled, especially the condition was unfulfilled. As the condition was unfulfilled, the result was also unfulfilled. What was the result? Passing the examination. He did not pass, he failed in the examination because he did not study hard. In the third type of conditional sentence, both actions are in the past. They refer to past actions which did not happen. The condition was unfulfilled. The result was also unfulfilled. This type of conditional sentence is used for unfulfilled past actions. Unfulfilled past actions or unreal past actions. We just imagine that if he had studied hard, he would have passed. We just imagine an unreal past action. We just imagine unreal past actions. What are the unreal past actions? Studying hard, passing the examination. If you had studied hard, you would have passed. But you did not study hard, you failed. You did not pass. So these are unreal past actions. Both actions refer to past tense. Past tense means they did not happen. They were over. The past is gone. The actions did not happen. The actions were unfulfilled. The condition was unfulfilled. The result was unfulfilled. The condition did not take place. What is the condition? Studying hard. He did not study hard. The exams were over. The results were out. He failed in his exams. But now we just imagine that if he had studied hard, he would have passed. But it is not possible because everything is over. The exams were over. The results were out. He failed in his exams. It is highly impossible. They are just unreal past actions. Unreal a past hypothetical actions, unfulfilled actions. The structure of this third type of sentence is past perfect tense is used in the if class. Perfect conditional tense. Perfect conditional tense means would or would, should, could or might plus have plus V3. Generally, would plus have plus V3 is used in the main class, but put is also used, should is also used, might is also used. But when to use could, should, might depends on the nature of the main class. When to use could, should or might depends on the main class. Generally, could is for abilities, should is for responsibilities, might is for possibilities. But generally, would is used, would plus have plus V3 is used in the main class. V3 is also called past participle. Have plus V3 is called perfect infinitive. Among these three type of conditional sentences, only the first type the first type of conditional sentence expresses a possible condition, a real situation, an open condition, except the first one, the second one and the third one are unreal. they are imaginary. Comparing the third one to the second one, the third one is purely hypothetical and hypothetical. It is purely unfulfilled actions because both actions are in the past. It is also the verbs in this conditional sentence are also in the past, but we imagine that it would happen. But in the third type of conditional sentence, the both actions are unfulfilled actions. They refer to past actions. They refer to unreal past actions. They did not happen in the past. It's all about if clauses or conditional clauses.